Now, ladies and gentlemen, within the next 50 days, CS2 will have officially been released for 1 year. Most franchises and new titles nowadays sometimes only last a matter of weeks until dev support is gone or the game is outright cancelled. But in Counter-Strike's case, we have an evergreen name. At least we hope, right? Counter-Strike 2's development in the last 2 months have been extremely slow, as we never received the major content update for July, and with recent news inside Valve of what their plans are, CS2 fans have begun to ask what Valve is doing and when they'll be active in the servers once again. Today's video is an update to where Valve is, what they're working on, such as Project White Sands, aka Half-Life 3, CS2's next major content update, alongside a bunch more. Now, today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying but most notably trading marketplace, that being for your CS2 items. You can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, you start a trade, and any cash remaining goes to your available balance on the site. When it comes to trading an item you don't have enough balance for on the site, Skins Monkey has a large variety of deposit options. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and by depositing alongside using my code, you get an additional 35% of a deposit bonus. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, the link will be in the top of the description down below. Firstly, for today's video is discussing Valve's whereabouts. Just 2 nights ago, Valve finally released the first DPR update in the matter of weeks, and according to data miners, CS devs just made a copy of the current build of the game. Now, CS devs have most likely done this in the scenario where something really bad happens to the game outright breaks, either from something that's already happening in the game or from a future update, which then that begs the question of what we will see next inside CS2. Well, devs have been hard at work behind the scenes, changing and adding things for what looks like to be VAC 2, Overwatch, or something to do with VAC detecting cheaters. Now, this was found just a few weeks ago in the last major content update, and since then we haven't heard much nor know anything really else about it. Now, some other reasons Valve made a copy of the current build of the game is most likely due to the amount of bug fixes that we're about to receive. You see, when it comes to Counter-Strike 2, whenever Valve tends to sound on a major update, especially being bug fixes, they tend to break more than they fix. I'm sure the devs never really plan on this, but with the amount of problems we received from these larger updates throughout this last year, it's better to be safe than sorry. Now, some of the active bugs inside Counter-Strike 2 are so large that I have dedicated videos just for those specific problems, and they seem to be growing by the numbers every single week, where we have major bugs stemming from earlier last year until just a couple weeks ago, that being the recent one. They're all mainly coming from problems due to subtick, networking, and with Valve changing so much when they're updating it, that could very well break the game, and since CS2 has an active market, and Valve just made a copy of the current build of the game, they'll just revert back to that in the worst case scenario. Now, in this next major content update, I also see Valve removing the Copenhagen Major sticker sale, alongside adding a brand new case or music kit due to leaks of the new music kit account that CS2's Twitter account has just recently followed, as well as to state the obvious, since CS2 is not in the greatest shape to release an operation, the next update we see with skins that will most likely be a case will, in my opinion, be filler until we receive, well, the long beloved operation. Now, before we go any further discussing Half-Life 3 and whatever else Valve is working on, this is myself in the post edit. I just wanted to mention, is this just the sad state of gaming now? A company as big that is Valve, that own and have created dozens of different IPs that millions of fans all across the world love, one of those being Counter-Strike, that also has 1 million active users a day, make billions a year just on skins alone, yet 1 year later from CS2's original release, things don't seem much different aside from a couple things such as some new content and some minor bug fixes. Now, everything Counter-Strike 2 aside, Project White Sands has just been leaked, and according to data miners, it is most likely Half-Life 3. Now, journalists and esport outlets have all been saying the same thing. Data miners such as Tyler McVicker, who was one to talk about Half-Life Alyx, Half-Life 3, Source 2 Counter-Strike, long before they were ever announced or even released, let alone some of the community ever teased about it. Now, Tyler McVicker has stated in his own professional opinion, from the minor leaks and data mines that we have received for Project White Sands, he believes it's going to be Half-Life 3. Now, essentially, where all this started is a voice actor apparently leaked some things about the game, which was most likely a huge accident, not even their fault. It was due to their agent or agency who gets in touch with companies like Valve for the voice actor to work on a game such as Half-Life 3. Now, also on top of all this, Valve is also working on Deadlock, and according to many data miners, since the development of Half-Life Alyx ended a few years back during its release, those devs that worked on Half-Life Alyx began working on Half-Life 3, or a new Half-Life game, just non-VR, which obviously would be rumored to be Half-Life 3, which it is right now. Now, if y'all want to see a dedicated video on Half-Life later, let me know down below. At this moment, I don't feel comfortable with the leaks that we have to make a dedicated video on it. From what I've seen and heard from the community, it seems like Valve very well could release this or reveal it in the next little while. I'm going to leave links to Tyler McVicker and his recent video down below for Half-Life 3. His recent post convinced me anyway that we'll most likely see release of it in the next couple of years and reveal and tease from Valve very, very soon. Now, closing out today's video, I want to end on a question. Do you guys believe with the lack of content that we've received for CS2, the work that's been put into TF2, Dota 2, Valve's new project or game called Deadlock, Project White Sands, aka Half-Life 3, and multiple other things, do you think Valve is spreading too thin, where at least in my opinion, Valve should just be working on what they already have here until it's somewhat semi-polished? Let me know what you guys think down below. In the off chance that this video goes up when a major update for CS2 drops, which is going to be today on the 7th of August, I'm most likely still going to upload it anyway, because myself and other players in the community are still wondering about Valve's whereabouts and what they're working on. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.